Hi again, everybody. So we've got Emily back with you. If you're chatting with me in there, I'm Emily Angela Clark in the chat on Twitch. Just me this game. We're down one commentator. We lost Dan Hewen to a back injury, which is just a thing that happens in your 30s and later. So just me. I'll do my best to keep you apprised of the situation here. We have Apex versus Avengers. So Apex is looking really good in their black and blue uniforms, and Avengers, of course, across in their snazzy Avengers Assemble outfits. Oh, Garrett's coming to join me, so not me on my own. We're going to have some color commentary from Garrett as well. So everybody say hi, Garrett, and welcome back.
Gareth.
Garrett. I was like, Garrett. Gareth. Sorry.
Means gentle warrior in Welsh.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep my eyes on the chat as well, as best I can, and answer questions. So keep coming at me with them, and I will do my very best. Okay, so Avengers looking like they've got a full complement there. Nope, 5 versus 4 here on Apex.
You have to be careful with Apex. They have some amazing catchers.
And Dodgers. Yeah. Dondell Tamata there, number 4.
Leaps like a frog.
And frustratingly difficult. We were talking, Gareth and I were talking earlier about team players that are frustrating because they're difficult to hit. JD, number 4 there, is that
sure.
in a nutshell?
It could take you 20 minutes to hit them.
Yeah. Okay, so I had a question in the chat earlier about qualifiers. Nice hit from Sang there.
Yeah.
About qualifiers and how they work here in Manitoba. So we do have 11 men's teams playing in this tournament, and this is a qualifying for our provincial team to go to nationals to play against other teams across Canada. So how that works here in Manitoba, we have this tournament, and the winner of the tournament, the team that wins, will make up our national or our provincial team to represent us at nationals. That team then has the opportunity to ask any other players that tried out to join their roster. So if they want to make a bigger roster, they can do that from that point. Of the remaining players that are left, we have a selection committee that is watching carefully throughout the day, making very detailed notes on each player, their offensive abilities, defensive abilities, teamwork, their sportsmanship, everything that you're looking for in a player. And they're going to compile a list, and they're going to put together basically a custom team with the best players remaining that aren't playing on that A team. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. But when it's all said and done, we'll see 3 men's teams from Manitoba representing Manitoba at nationals coming up this year.
And as a member of the committee, in the original Real Cup, the talent level in this province has grown so astronomically.
Yeah.
That first year, pretty much, if you tried out,
you made it.
You made the team.
Yeah.
Now I don't envy them, especially on the men's side. We have so many players trying out and so many talents on the court here. Ooh,
yeah.
Right. Cross shot by McKay. McKay is an amazing athlete. He's missing 2 fingers actually, and you would never know it.
He's
taught himself to throw with his weak hand.
Yep, and it's just excellent. He's always surprising to play with and against. You see him against him on the court, and he's just a force to be reckoned with. And as a teammate, he's just really excellent all-around player and someone you can really trust on court.
For sure, a real positive Pete.
Positive, absolutely. Weight of the balls. I had a question about weight of the balls. They are they're 6-inch foam. I'm uncertain about the weight though, so maybe
I'll tell you, they're pretty light, but if they hit you in the thumb like I just had in that last game, they can do some damage.
Absolutely. And yes, the event is open to the public, so if you're in Winnipeg and you want to come watch, we're playing at Garden City Collegiate.
For sure. There's
three
like
courts
lots of room behind the court.
Yeah, and you can't see behind the live feed over there. There's room. There's chairs. You can come and say hi to the players. Come and say hi to me, to Gareth, and to any of our other commentators. We'll be here throughout the day. And if you want to wait until playoff action, you can always come down a little later and check out the gold medal game. If you're new to Dodgeball and you just checked it out for today and you're local, you want to come down and watch, come and find me and let's do a little on-air interview about your experience with the sport.
I've been trying to wrangle my fellow players for an interview, and they're not into it. I guess they're too focused on what's happening on the court.
So yeah, 2 people sitting on the benches. Hi everybody. There's me. I'm Emily. Gareth is behind me. Well, for the ones doing your commentators, the casting is actually set up behind, so the people that are behind the scenes. But those are us sitting on the bench here.
And then Lynn's, the non-pink Lynn's twin.
That's
I played
number
him
7,
earlier.
Colin.
He's got
Colin Lynn's.
a heck of a throw, wicked curve on it.
And Apex looking strong with 3 players left. Of course, they're looking to go up 2-0 here. And Sang taking a hit, looking for a catch, not able to make it happen. You can't see from the streaming angle there, but he went for a catch in a way to try to cup the ball, sort of, and bring it in with a scoop. But there was a little more velocity on it than he anticipated, and it hit his chest and ricocheted off before he was able to grab it in.
I find it's a very rare skill to confidently, purposely catch a ball.
Yep.
Most catches in dodgeball are accidental.
Accidental is the right word for it.
Great cross
for sure.
by Bradford, and he fell out of bounds anyway.
Jiren took that hit to the ankle there. He was looking for a block and wasn't quite able to get his ball on it, and Apex takes that second point.
There's been a lot of that today, stepping out of bounds.
Yes.
Especially by my team in that last game.
Hi, viewers. So ball retrievers are volunteers, but they often practice with the team as well because your ball retrievers can really make or break you.
Oh,
you
for sure.
Get them.
Especially break you.
Break you more than make you. Gareth is a highly sought after ball retriever. He, I'm sure, was called dibs on him very early in this competition because he puts all of his effort into ball retrieving.
I find it's a great way to stay warm if you're playing, to retrieve for another team, and that's the kind of great.
Piche with the
another
catch.
Piche of a catch.
And the most Canadian thing that ever did happen, he said a little sorry to Mike Bailey for catching his, what other would have been a very nice hit. Ball coming across the court, and it's going to be picked up by the retriever before it can be grabbed by Jansen. And Avengers
got a little bit
there
frantic there.
Yep.
We're down to 3 on Apex. I should say Bailey is such a nice man that I would apologize for catching his ball. And I don't apologize for anything.
He is a nice man, absolutely. Okay, Avengers looking at 3, lining up with 4 balls and sending 1 at Jens and not connecting. Looking at Bradford as well, and Bradford dropping down with a nice block, keeping himself alive. Apex coming up with 4 balls, seeing how many they throw. Looking for that kill on, remind me his name now.
Ooh, yeah. Kasprick.
And getting Kasprick, so we're down to Piche and Pink Lens.
I think Jansen was on the line there, called out by his teammate.
So we've seen
again, that cursed line.
Yep.
We must have stepped on it about 5 times in our game. I don't know why.
And for those of you who've been with us for a couple games in a row now, that's probably 3 calls in 3 games that we've seen the team call themselves out. McKay really lucky there that that ball didn't hit him in the ankle. It just barely hit the ground before it hit his ankle. So staying alive. Bradford looking to pick up this ball, and he manages a throw and throw himself on the ground, staying alive. Of course,
Bailey letting his team know that he wants them to throw together by saying together 17 times. And then looking at me as if he wanted me to mention him. So,
if you've seen
great throw by
the
Bradford.
movie Dodgeball, you have your own idea of dodgeball tropes. But in dodgeball community, when you're learning to play as a recreational team, the biggest, most pervasive dodgeball trope is to throw together. Of course, making it more difficult for the opposing players to track your balls, catch your balls. Lynn's taking a big chance there and throwing away his last ball at Bradford. But managed to get out of the way of Bradford's retaliation shot. So Lynn's getting out of the way as far as he can. Now he's got to decide how close he wants to come to the line to maximize his power and his shot.
This is tricky when you have ball control and you're the last one in.
He's got to make.
If you have a great shot by Bradford. If you have the arm for it, you're better off staying as far back as you can.
Because the closer you are, of course, the harder your throw will be, but also the more likely you are to have what Lynn's had there, where a counter rush takes you out. And no time or very little time to get out of the way, especially of a throw with the heat on it that Bradford's has. You're kind of just hoping that they miss, or that you've created a throw that made them take that extra second to think about it. Tomato
1-for-1 exchange on the rush there.
Yeah, with Schellenberg, trading with Schellenberg.
Schellenberg and Tomato. Lynn's calling himself out there.
The chat saying I have a feeling that all these players go out drinking with each other afterwards, and you're right on the money with that.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of that. I'm a sober person now, and for a year now, and I've observed these people. I know all their secrets.
McKay looking for a catch there, realizing he wasn't going to get out of the way fast enough. So you don't know how much you can see from behind the angle there, but McKay managed to turn around, realized he wasn't going to get out of the way fast enough, landed on his knees and leaned his body backwards with his arms in a position ready to catch. Unfortunately wasn't able to make that catch, but when you're that close to the line and that exposed, it's pretty much all you can do.
Close your eyes and make a wish. Oh, great cross court by Peach there.
Jansen goes down and it's just staying left
but
on the court.
Avengers have dumped all their balls.
So Stingers, rubber
sure
tournaments, different set of rules.
It worked out for him. He baited.
Looking for a catch. Wow. Sang making quick work of the remaining Avengers players now. Looking to close it out here. Lots of different types of dodgeballs, yes. So these are 6-inch foam. You can get, there's 8.5-inch foam. There's stingers, rubber.
There's cloth.
Cloth.
That's how they play in my home country of Wales.
So lots of different leagues, and the WDBF is a 6-inch foam. Sang's gonna close this out by
takes out a
Piche right in the
4-on-1.
Wow.
His team understandably embrace him.
And that's a big deal, not just as, of course, a teammate, but as an individual. If you come out of a round and take a 4v1, you can feel pretty darn good about that. That's
you should.
You're in an elite group of athletes.
He handled it.
There.
He was very humble about it. I don't think I would have been.
I wouldn't be. Nope.
I might have just. Great catch by Tomato.
So Tomato with the hit and then our immediate drop and catch, really putting his team in a good position here. Jaron getting up and out of the way of 2 balls with his teeny tiny little knee pads. Look how small his little knee pads are.
Yeah, they're real cute.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, Tomato crashing into his teammate and then
Jansen apologizing and getting hit. McKay right at the line.
This is a big turnaround in this round. Just in the last exchange, Apex lost 3 players.
So the other court here is actually another game going on.
Great throw by Bradford.
We only have, it's not practice, it's another game playing. We have and there's another court actually in a separate gym. So we only have commentary going for court 1, but courts 2 and 3 are playing simultaneously. All 11 men's teams are going to get through their round robin within a fairly short amount of time here today. Big block from Bradford and a follow-up from Bailey, looking to make Jaron pay for that one, but unable to do so. Bradford with a big fake throw. You'll see players throwing those fake throws in, trying to get the other player to commit to a dodge or to fire off an early ball there. If you can get a player to commit to a dodge, of course, they're a lot easier to hit if they're on the ground or committed to it.
Oh, great throw by Sang.
And Sang
so much of dodgeball is restraint.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 5-0 for Apex.
4 minutes left in play.
Again, every point counts towards your standings, so Avengers want to win a round here if they can.
Yep.
It could make the difference between...
This is an amateur league, yes. None of these players, this is an amateur league. Question in chat, none of these players are getting paid to be here.
We are not. We are paying to be here.
However, you'll see a range of athletic ability on the court. Some of these teams are quite athletic, that have been around for quite a long time and play some really high-level sports. Others are just relatively new to the sport. They do it for fun and exercise.
It's something like anyone can do.
Yep.
There's so many different levels you can play at. This might be the highest in the province, but you can play recreationally.
It's an amazingly accessible sport. The barrier to entry is very, very low. It's an inexpensive sport to pick up and play, and there tends to be leagues all over in major cities. If you have any questions about a league in your city, drop a question in the comments. I'm sure somebody can direct you to the right place. As well, they tend to start off at very recreational level play.
What a wild throw there by
and a dirty block from Bailey, who called it on himself.
Very honest player.
Very
Bailey.
Honest, yeah. So you may have noticed that ball did hit. He did block it with his ball. He just also happened to get his fingers in the way, so that's why Bailey walked off the court there. On a call that would be next to impossible for the referee to make.
And he'd want me to mention his eyebrows.
His eyebrows.
Meme-worthy eyebrows.
Perfect.
He's staring me down right now with those eyebrows. They go right up to the top of his forehead when he's playing, and it's quite adorable.
So we've got some questions about the structure of what teams are doing on court. So let me just take a peek here. I don't want to look away for too long, but
well, you have positions.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have on both sides, you have your guards, right and left. Those are usually your strongest throwers.
Thanks everybody for your concern about me needing a cushion to sit on. Yeah, you're going to see me, I think, getting up and down a little bit throughout the day, as I'm the one who's going to be here for most of the time. So,
yeah, we're not in a studio right now.
Not in a nice commentator lounge, but don't worry, don't worry too much about my butt. So yeah, there's positions, as Gareth was saying. We got, generally speaking, your guards or your wingers. Nice dodge from McKay there, getting out of the way. And a toe shot. And that takes
he told me how to say his last name, and I forgot it. We'll call him Marco Beautiful.
Marco Beautiful,
calling
number
himself
4.
out there. Very good-spirited game, this one.
So off the opening rush there was a question about who's running for those balls. So teams are, you're allowed to run for your 3. And we had there for the first time in this tournament that we've seen a false start. So false start means that the player left the line before the whistle. Your first false start is a warning, and your second
Yes.
false start, you're out if it's in the same point.
In the same half, I think. Apex going for it here. They want that extra point.
Oh, and a line out. And I
That's
did see a question earlier about line outs. So yes, if you step on the line, you are out. You are not allowed to even very slightly touch it with your toe. So that's that. Apex commandingly taking that game from Avengers with 6-0 for the final score.
I'm going to see if we can get a member of Apex up here and you can interview them.
Cool. We're going to see if we can get an interview, a player interview for you. And if not, I will be back momentarily for an Impact game. Greg Pacheco looking to throw a ball at me and get no solid commentary for the rest of today.